The 32nd session of the Senate. In the second regular session of the 16th Congress is hereby called to order. Senator Joseph Victor Ejercito will lead the chamber in prayer. Senator Ejercito.
Magandang hapon, Ginoong Pangulo. Tayo po yumuko at damdamin ang presensya ng ating Panginoon. O Panginoon, ngayon sa aming pong pagbubukas ng aming sesyon, naway gabayan mo ang bawat isa sa amin na lagi namin pagtrabaho, na lagi namin isa puso at isip ang aming mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na ang higit na nakarami natin na patuloy na naghihirap. Naway ang aming mga gagawin sa mga susunod na linggo ay para alang-alang sa kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na ang masang Pilipino. Mabuhay po at lagi natin manahimik. Tayo po ilagay natin ang ating presensya sa ating Panginoon. Amen. Salamat naman. Harap sa Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Maraming salamat, Senator Ejercito. The Imos Institute Pop Ensemble will lead us in the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, after which they'll render a song entitled Isang Bangka. The Imos Institute Pop Ensemble.
Low sound, low. Sound check, low sound. Low.
Thank you very much to the Imus Institute Pop Ensemble for your rendition of the Philippine National Anthem and the song entitled Isang Bangka. Marami pong salamat. We have a 1-minute suspension to remove the equipment of the Imus Ensemble. Session is resumed. The Secretary will call the roll.
Roll call of members. The Honorable Senators Angara, Aquino, Binay, Cayetano Alan, Peter Compañero S., Cayetano Pia S., Defensor Santiago, Ejercito, Enriles, Escudero, Estrada, Gingona, Unasan, Lapid, Legarda, Marcos, Usmeña, Pimentel, Po, Recto, Revilla, Soto, Trillanes, Villar, Senate President Trilon.
There are 17 senators who answered the call. The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Mr. President, before I move for the approval of the journal, I move that we recognize some visitors in the gallery who have come from a long way away. We have firstly the La Union Division Federated Supreme Student Government Advisors headed by Mr. Joselito Pascua and board member Nancy Bacornay. And we also have the Federation of Supreme Student Government Officers and Advisors of the Province of Ilocos Sur, headed by Dr. Matibeth Magpali of the DepEd Ilocos Sur, and the UP Organization of Business Economics Majors, headed by Maria Eleanor Cabelin, Vice President for External Affairs. I move that they be recognized, Mr. President.
The La Union Division Federated of the Supreme Student Council Government Advisors, headed by Mr. Joselito Pascua and board member Nancy Corazon M. Bacornay. Will you please stand and be recognized? You are welcome to the Senate, and let the record reflect the attendance of the La Union Division Federated of the Supreme Student Government Advisors. May we also welcome to the Senate the Federation of Supreme Student Government Officers and Advisors of Ilocos Sur. Can you please stand to be recognized? Welcome to the Senate. We welcome you, the Federation of Supreme Student Government Officers, headed by Dr. Magpali. Welcome to the Senate. And the UP Organization of Business Economics Major, can you please stand up and be recognized? Welcome to the Senate. And let the presence of the UP Organization of Business Economic Majors, headed by Maria Eleanor Cabilin, be reflected in the record. Welcome to the Senate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. With the consent of the Senate, I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal of the 31st session, October 29, 2014, and consider the same approved.
Any objection? Hearing none, the reading of the journal of the previous session is hereby dispensed with, and the same is hereby approved.
Mr. President, I move that we proceed with the reference of business.
The Secretary will read the reference of business.
Message from the House of Representatives. Letter from the House of Representatives informing the Senate that on 29 October 2014 it passed House Number 4968 entitled an Act appropriating funds for the operation of the Government of the Republic of the Philippines from January 1 to December 31, 2015 and for other purposes, in which it requests the concurrence of the Senate.
Committee on Finance.
Resolution. PS Resolution number 1014 entitled Resolution Expressing the Profound Sympathy and Sincere Condolence of the Senate on the death of the Honorable Juan M. Flavier, former Senator of the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th Congress, 1995 to 2007, introduced by Senate President Drilon.
To the Committee on Rules. The Majority Leader.
Mr. President, with the consent of the Senate, I move that we consider proposed Senate Resolution number 1014.
Any objection? Hearing none, consideration of the measure is in order.
May we request the Secretary to read the title and text of the measure?
Secretary will read the title and text of the measure.
Yes, Resolution number 1014, Resolution expressing the profound sympathy and sincere condolence of the Senate on the death of the Honorable Juan M. Flavier, former Senator of the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th Congress, 1995 to 2007. Whereas the Honorable Juan M. Flavier, former Senator of the Republic, 1995 to 2007, and former Secretary of Health 1992 to 1995, passed away on October 30, 2014 at the age of 79. Whereas born in Tondo to parents of humble origins and raised in a mining town in the Mountain Province, he earned his way through school as a shoeshine boy, newspaper boy, waiter, and tutor until he earned a college degree in medicine in 1960 from the University of the Philippines and a master's degree in public health from Johns Hopkins University in 1969. Whereas dedicated to uplift the plight of the poor, the young Dr. Flavier opted to serve as a doctor to the barrios, bringing health care and healing to the common tao in the rural communities of Nueva Ecija and Cavite. His success and popularity of which earned for him the presidency of the Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement in 1967 and the presidency of the International Institute of Rural Reconstruction from 1978 to 1992. Whereas tapped by then President Fidel Ramos to be Secretary of Health in 1992, Dr. Flavier formally launched the Doctors to the Barrios program that challenged graduates of medicine to work in isolated communities throughout Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Whereas with his vast experience in public health administration, effective leadership and communication, and his unique brand of public health service, he brought to the Department of Health a new vigor, a new vision under the banner, "Let's do it," that inspired the department to launch successful national health projects, easily remembered by the use of slogans such as Oplan Alis Disease, Patak Pinoy, Ligtas Tigdas, 23 in 93, Kontra Cholera, Iwas Tamis, Iwas Diabetes, and Sangkap Pinoy, and Kung Sila'y Mahal Nyo Magplano. Whereas Dr. Flavier received numerous awards such as 10 Outstanding Young Men, 1967, 10 Outstanding Physicians in Community Service, 1992, Gold Medal for World Tobacco or Health Award, 1994, Dangal ng Bayan Award, 1994, International Humanitarian Award, 1994, International Peace Award, 1997, and the Golden Heart Presidential Award, 1998. Whereas a reluctant candidate, he nevertheless placed fifth in the 1995 senatorial elections because the people acknowledged and appreciated his outstanding work as a cabinet member, and placed second when he was re-elected in 2001 for his excellent performance as a senator during his first term. Whereas as a senator of the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 3rd Congress, the hardworking Senator Flavier registered a perfect attendance during the sessions and authored or co-authored landmark laws which promoted public health care and disease prevention and improved the quality of life of the people, some of which were the Traditional and Alternative Health Care Act of 1995, Plant Variety Protection Act, Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act, Poverty Alleviation Act, Barangay Microbusiness Enterprise, Philippine Nursing Act, and the Tobacco Regulation Act. Whereas during his term, he chaired various key Senate committees such as the Committees on Health and Demography, Education, Arts and Culture, and Cultural Communities, continuously championing and supporting the health agenda of the Senate through reforms in healthcare delivery, healthcare regulation, and healthcare financing. Whereas Senator Flavier was elected Senate President pro tempore in August 2002 in the 12th Congress and elected again to the same prestigious post in the Senate on July 26, 2004 at the start of the 13th Congress, making him the longest-serving Senate President pro tempore since the 8th Congress. Whereas bidding goodbye to his August chamber during the Senate adjournment of the 13th Congress on June 7, 2007, Senator Flavier, ever humble, uttered the simple but eloquent words, quote, "As I go, I will leave part of myself in each one of you, and as you stay, I will bring with me part of you wherever I go," close quote. Whereas the death of the illustrious doctor and senator is a great loss, not only to his bereaved family, but also the millions of Filipinos whom he loved and served so well. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate to express, as it hereby expresses, its profound sympathy and sincere condolence on the death of the Honorable Juan M. Flavier, former Senator of the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th Congress, 1995 to 2007. Resolved further that a copy of this resolution be furnished to the bereaved family of the former senator.
Majority Leader.
Mr. President, may I request that all senators be made co-authors of this measure?
All senators are made co-authors of this measure.
Mr. President, I move that we approve proposed Senate Resolution number 1014, subject to style.
Any objection? Hearing none. Proposed Senate Resolution number 1014 is hereby adopted.
Mr. President, the Minority Leader, Senator Soto, has requested for the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Soto is recognized.
Mr. President, it has been the tradition of the Senate that when a colleague or a former colleague passes away, we adjourn in honor of that colleague. So we would like to entertain a motion to adjourn by the Majority Leader at this point, Mr. President.
Mr. Majority Leader?
Well, as always, Senator Soto, being the former Majority Leader, is spot on with this observation. And if there are no objections from the body, I think we should follow the tradition and move to adjourn, Mr. President. But with the invitation for the members to go to the lounge for a caucus upon the instance of the Senate President. So I move to adjourn, Mr. President.
Yes. The Chair confirms the request for a caucus. The agenda is principally the schedule of the budget debates. So, is there any objection? Hearing none. The session is adjourned until Tuesday, November 18, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.